Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make a Salmon Mousse container die. I just purchased some Salmon Mousse from Kathy Grieger on Tie-Dye Supplies Marketplace, and I wanted to try this color out. I have a shirt that's been soaked in soda ash, but I didn't get it tied in time, so it's already fully dry. So I'm using a container which I purchased from the Dollar Tree dollar store, and it's like a cereal type container. But it's pretty small. It's not, it wouldn't fit a full box of cereal. I have the shirt turned inside out and I'm putting it with the bottom of the shirt going into the container first. And I'm not being real careful about the way I put this in the container. I'm just kind of putting it in there with the hem first and shoving it down in the container. The shirt is a size 2X, and so it's almost totally filling the container. I would say it's probably filled the container about 3/4 of the way full, which is what I want. I don't want a whole lot of extra space around the shirt. Now I'm going to add some ice on the shirt, and I'm going to press down on the ice pretty good to kind of smush the shirt down to the bottom of the container, and so that I can add a little bit more ice. You'll notice I almost pushed the shirt down halfway, so I have about half shirt and about half ice in this container. I've done this experiment before, and it's always interesting the way the dye moves down through the ice and the way it colors the shirt. Because this container is the shape that it is and it's so full, I'm going to put it down inside of another plastic container just to make sure it doesn't tip over. Then I'm going to sprinkle the Salmon Mousse over the top of the ice. I'm also going to add a little bit of additional dry soda ash over the top of the dye. Then I'm going to place this container aside and allow all the ice to melt. After the ice melted, I left it probably about 48 hours before I rinsed it out. I've shown a couple of photos of what the shirt looks like inside the container, and I think it looks really cool the way the orange is at the top and the yellow is at the bottom. While the shirt was processing, I went ahead and made myself a color swatch as well. Since this is a new color, I wanted to make myself a color swatch. I've taken another one of the plastic containers that I used for the shirt, and inside I'm placing a metal basket upside down to keep my color swatch out of the muck. Then I'm using a single silicone cake mold and going to place the dye swatch down inside of that cake mold. My dye swatch is a piece of 100% cotton fabric, which I've cut into a square and then soaked in soda ash the way I do a normal shirt. I'm placing it inside of the silicone cake mold, going to add a couple of pieces of ice over the top and then a little sprinkle of the Salmon Mousse. Topped off with a little bit of dry soda ash. Then I'm going to place this container aside and allow the ice to melt and this little color swatch to process. I leave it about 48 hours the way I normally do most of my shirts. And rinse it like usual. Okay, so our shirt is fully processed and it's time to rinse. I'm going to start rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. You can really see the color variation as it goes down through the shirt when I tip this container on the side. The top is a pretty dark orange and it goes all the way down to a light yellow. I think that's really cool. After I dump the shirt out of the container and I rinse the shirt in cold water to rinse out the soda ash, I'm going to warm the water up to hot and continue rinsing in hot water to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. Instead of rinsing for a long time, I go ahead and soak my shirt. I run some really hot water in my utility sink, add a little bit of Blue Dawn dish detergent to the water, put the shirt inside of the water and just allow it to soak. When the water cools off, I come back and I change it out and I continue that process until my water is remaining almost clear. Then I go ahead and put the shirt along with some Dharma's professional textile detergent into my washing machine and wash it using a hot water cycle. After the shirt has been washed, dried, and ironed, then this is what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? So I really like the shirt. I think it looks really cool with the darker orangey red color at the top and the lighter yellow at the bottom. But this was honestly not what I was expecting. The color was Salmon Mousse, so I was kind of expecting maybe a little bit more peachy, creamy, pink type shades. I was really shocked when it was as orange as it was. This is the first time I've used this color. Is this normal? I mean, is it normally this dark and this orange? I kept seeing shirts out on Facebook forums where people used this color and their shirts were gorgeous, but most of the time they paired it with other colors. They did have some of the, darker shades in there, but I don't know, you know how you just kind of get an idea in your head about what you expect a color to be? And this is not what I expected this one to be. So let me show you the color swatch that I made paired with another Dharma color called Orange Marmalade. I haven't used the Orange Marmalade very much. I did use it on a shirt not too long ago, and I'll show you that one in just a few minutes. But I am a little bit surprised at how similar these two colors look. I mean, they're honestly almost identical. I know sometimes Dharma does their special order colors. They have colors that they change the names on, but they're almost interchangeable. Does anybody know if that's the case with Orange Marmalade and Salmon Mousse? I'd be curious to know, because personally, if I were purchasing colors, I would only buy one of these. I don't really think you need both of them with as close in color as they are. I really wish I would have done a liquid color swatch of this one. I didn't. I just did the ice-dyed swatch because I really didn't intend to use it as a liquid. I'd be curious whether or not the liquid would be more what I was expecting with Salmon Mousse. More peachy, lighter in shade. If anybody knows anything about that, please let me know down below in the comments. I'm really curious about this color. By the way, both of these special order colors I purchased from Kathy Grieger out on Tie-Dye Supplies Marketplace. It's a Facebook group, and she buys the special order colors in the larger quantities from Dharma and then packages them down in smaller quantities for you to purchase. I'll put a link to that Facebook page down below in the description for this video. She sells a whole lot of the other cool special order colors from Dharma. I've included a photo of the shirt I was talking about using the Orange Marmalade. The Orange Marmalade on this shirt is up at the very top near the neck, and then I have a line of Orange Marmalade between the yellow and the red at the hem. So, I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks really close to the Salmon Mousse. So, I don't know. I mean, I like the shirt, but like I said, the color is just a little bit surprising to me. So honestly, if you guys have any insight about this color, I would love to know. I do think it's going to be really pretty paired with other colors though on a shirt. And I love the technique where it went from the really dark down to the light yellow that came out of the color. I've included a few close-ups because you can see that there is some more salmon-y type colors that show up in this color. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, a little bit surprised by this one. But what do you guys think? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. Like I said, I'm just really curious what your insight is to this color. And if you've enjoyed the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.